Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Chris coming at you from the channel I Am Toys. I'm here with a special guest.
Hello, Gallactable collectors. The loser.
He's being modest. He's being modest. But I know it's been a while since I've probably done a review. My content's pretty limited from month to month now. Working on Saturdays, so not a lot of time, to do shit and setting up everything and doing the lighting, setting up cameras, and seems kind of mundane, right? But unfortunately, it's becoming something that is tedious and boring and repetitive. And when you when you have ADHD, tedious and boring and repetitive is kryptonite.
Hey, I seen him set up the light today, all these lights, and I thought we were going to space.
Yeah, seriously, man. It is fucking insane. Like, well, once you get doing the review, it's fun. So, yes. Like doing the review isn't boring, but the fucking setup and all that shit is fucking boring, and I don't want to fucking do it. So there's everyone's mental health fucking lesson for the day of what people with ADHD deal with. So anyway, this figure might look a little bit familiar because I did a review probably about, oh man, how long ago was that? Maybe 5 months ago? Was that about a year ago? I don't even know, man. 3 or 5 months ago?
3 months ago.
Yeah, that was the original proto that we did, and or Dan initially did, Gallactibles Macabre. That was a Tenela run, and that's probably going to be one of the bigger points of conversation today because the clothes that you see on this are not done by Tenela. That was a big change, through the process, and progression and development of this run. And Dan's going to fill you in on that more. But that's the thing we probably have to make sure we say, in the very beginning, because obviously this is not the same clothes anymore. And if anything, and this is no offense to the previous tailor, there's no offense to Tenela, but in my opinion, and I think Dan and a lot of people on the run, this is way better. Honestly, it's a step up, and we're not saying that Tenela couldn't have achieved this as well, but with a little bit more progression with the other tailor, more discussions, things that we wanted to get done. Where I'm sure that discussion could have been had with Tenela as well. What happened with this new person. So, and I guess if Dan, if you want to get into it now, we can, just
simply
let people know.
I guess I got to say thank you for Tenela for everything that we've done so far. I decided to part ways. The reasonings is my reasonings. And I just kind of moved on to a new team member, and they locked in. So I've known this tailor for a long time, and they become a very close friend of mine. Now, what I want to say is, they literally picked up the communication. They knew exactly what I wanted from this run, because this run is kind of like been the biggest hurdle in my life. Obviously, I had to break ways, and I'm not going to get into that too much, just out of respect, but I had to break ways because there was just certain things that I wasn't happy with. And it was a decision for the better. It was just an artistic decision that I took to better the product. And this is the final version that you have of this Hobo. So from going from having a prototype ready, taking all the deposits, then kind of swiftly have the rug tucked from away from me, and then essentially being able to bounce back, take care of the people, which I want to thank everybody on the run. Not one person backed out of this. And I told them, and I promised, if you guys stick with me, I will give you a product that you will never want to let go of. And I think me and my team have achieved this. And I think this screams movie accuracy. It's imposing. It has, I want to say it has my twist to it too, but in the sense of like, I really took delicate care of all the little details and the minute things that were important to me that I really wanted from a Hobo, a movie-accurate Hobo. Now,
and as Dan's talking, I'm going to move in on the figure and kind of maybe we start showing you this piece as we're, basically updating everybody.
You do the thing. So essentially, the run actually went double fold. We got more people on the run. The price lowered significantly now because it's more honed in to a team aspect. Well, all our team members know what we want for quality and pricing. So we saved a good about, I want to say, $500-600 off this run. It still comes with the same heads that you saw in the prototype. I actually updated the full mask head, and then there's the half mask, which Chris will show you guys at some point in the video. So we upgraded a little bit of the details. We upgraded, so the knives were also another thing. We literally wanted to lock in those knives as accurate as possible. And if you guys have been on the run or see what's in front of you, you guys can tell that we really went in on the details. And it's important to me because Tyler Main, he has given me my favorite rendition of Michael Myers and my favorite version, from the Escape to the RZH1, the Dream Sequence, and now this one. So, and he has my product as well. He has the Escape run and all that. So it's very important to me to not let down the quality. I just want to progress and get better and better. Now, like I said, the knives are still metal and wood, but they're handcrafted. And Julio, who is my partner in Macabre Studios, I run Macabre. He's pretty much there, though, pretty much the CEO over there. But I told him, give me the most accurate you can do, and he achieved it. Even the blood, every single blood detail is exactly like the screen used knives that we have references from. We measured them exactly. I'm gonna make them 2 centimeters a little bit longer for the run to be a little bit more imposing. The kitchen knife as well is in the back, which I will show you in a minute. But as far as the coveralls, I was able to guide, and my tailor also helped me in the material, because we wanted material that is exactly what Tyler Main used. So we went in, we looked at models and everything, and we took all the details, all the double stitching. We literally went into every possible minute detail that there really could be, jacket wise. You know, even the pull strings, they work. The hoodie can close and open just like the previous prototype.
Yep.
So that wasn't a downgrade. We kept everything there. Now the things that I've upgraded, I want to let you know: stature. Finally, with the way that this was tailored, I can get the perfect proportioning, the beastly look, the just imposingness of this figure, the nature that it brings, and having that full control is very important, you know. And I do have to say that I'm, like I've been saying nonstop, I'm proud. But like I said, there's still a few spots that we can do on this. If I think there's what, 1 left or 2 left. I think I sold the second to last one a few days ago. No, actually, it might be sold out. I don't know. Reach out to me. I gotta check, because I think the last one was taken by J. Jermaine Sullivan. What's up, brother? I think he took the last spot. We talked a few days ago.
Woohoo, Jay!
But also, the beautiful thing about this figure, I went into such detail that if you guys, I can always put up pictures or give Chris pictures of the movie used clothing. In here, in the jacket, you have these kind of cream white spots. This was actually an exact weathering that was in the screen used thing. I don't know what it is, but it's in there. Also, the cotton has a diamond patterning on there, stitched in. Another detail, diamond patterning on the inside of the black jacket cottoning. And the inside of the jacket, which was never accurate at first, but I made it accurate, is a silver inlining. The inside of the jacket is supposed to be silver. The original prototype, I had to paint it in. And then we have a much more accurate flannel jacket pattern than the previous one. Coverall is just perfection, man. Like, I can't get over it. Accurate cottoning, like if we get to the side, like I think that's the scene where, are you a giant? It gives off the stature.
I love that scene.
So we have the button snaps that are accurate on the sides. We have all the tearing, the cottoning coming out, and we don't use coffee or tea to weather our shit. So we use legitimate chemicals so it doesn't fade over the years, you know? So we have the sleeping bag, everything, and now we have the kitchen knife. It is beautiful. It is literally as accurate as you can get it. And as you guys can see, it has all the dark markings that the kitchen knife is supposed to have. And it's metal and wood, hand done, and it's absolutely amazing. You guys can see the jacket over here. I'll point out, has the camo patterning, which is really an incredible thing. The hoodie is actually an accurate color. I didn't have to dye the hoodie. You know, it's good when you have a better base to start off with, because if you're the person that's doing the weathering and all that, you kind of want to take advice on the material being used and all that. It's a very important part of the process. So, and then we have the beautiful unmasked head sculpt that sculpted by Gallactibles team, haired and painted by my beautiful partner Julio. Yes, beautiful. And Same here, the masthead sculpt, you know, so it's easy. You just take the hoodie off, you just swap them out, and it's just, I think this is, like I said, and a lot of people have been saying, this is my swan song. This is one of my figures that I've had to achieve. Everybody says the Part 7, and this is the hardest figure to achieve in this hobby, and I have to agree. Other than one other figure, the Uber Jason, which is at Chris's house right now, which you might do a review later on. I might let you hang on to that one for a little bit.
Sweet.
So, and then we have the half mask, which has to be painted. I already started painting the runs. I was going to show it, but it's only 50% painted, so I didn't want to show something. But the half mask is going to be something really imposing as well to show. Now I want to show the Bowie knife, which I think is a really important thing. It's a beautiful figure. All the teeth, grooves, the indentation that's supposed to be there, the blood, and also the blade hilt. So you guys can see it has the proper blade guard, the handle guard, the proper shape of the handle, the teeth marks, the indentation here and the indentation here. It's an accurate length, but I still want to do like 1 or 2 centimeters bigger just for presence purposes. And this thing is a beast and beautifully hand done. So I just want to thank one more time everybody on this run, and I want to thank Chris as well for getting on it as well. But everything has been an upgrade. The boots, he's got his steel toe showing. I also, one thing, the thing about this run, I went to every single detail that I could. The inside of the boots has the green socks, which, the green lining in the boots, sorry, not green socks. Yeah, the green lining inside the boots, which I have in there. I have all the accurate labels of the jackets. So for the movie, for the coveralls, they used the label Hero Hero, which they wrote in Sharpie, and that's the word hero twice, Hero Hero. And I put that on the coveralls on the inside. It has the accurate tags from, what is the company? I forget, for the black jacket. It'll come to me. Not Kenneth Cole. Was it Kenneth Cole? It might be. I have it. And I just went all out, man. Just the accuracy had to be very important. And Chris said he would put a movie still up next to this, the movie still that he was inspired by, to kind of get on this run. So
yeah, it looks really good, man. There's a lot of depth and variation to this figure because he's got literally layers of clothes on. Between the right shredded cotton, or polyester, or whatever the hell, that the original jackets, maintain is there. And that's one of the things that I remember in the movie that stood out a lot, and it catches your eye. And again, it kind of draws its attention to basically the layers and the depth of the figure. So, between the collars, on the sleeves, and the boots have been upgraded as well. If you guys remember the video that I did last time, they were probably a little bit more of a smaller size. And these are definitely bigger, and the hands are different on this too as well. Everything's just scaled awesome. Just fucking, and Dan's right, as far as a swan song, this is going to go into, probably, one of the best 1/6 figures that's, ever been made. And I don't know how many people have watched the movie, but the jacket itself, and you guys will see it in the comparison shot that I give, there's some puff to it, Tyler Maine's he's not a bodybuilder, right? But he's a really tall fucking dude, and the
6'7", 6'8",
yeah,
I believe. It was
tall
6'8".
tall as shit, man.
Yeah.
And the coveralls on him, still make him look like he's fucking huge. And the layers of clothing, he should be pretty bulky. Like he shouldn't be lean. And whatnot. Dan's over here shutting all my damn lights off. And then, if we edited that out and we're starting again, it's because we fucked our lighting up. But
it's just my big old flat feet just hitting this cord all the time.
But we were basically talking about the thickness
6'8",
of everything.
yeah.
And when you guys see the picture that I've probably already been showing, as far as comparison in this as we're talking, it's pretty bulky, and it's a walking shot with him like mid pose. So it should be, kind of puffy, and just the stature wise, everything, the shoulders, the shoes, fucking just the outfit, everything is layered the way it should be, man. So, I mean, I don't know if you guys have questions too about the run, anything you guys want to throw in the comments, if you want to critique, go for it, but I'll let Dan pick up some extra shit too.
The good thing about it, which I still have to get this all goes, if I get every single one's approval from the run, I haven't been able to bring it to the group. Hey, bulk. What is it, the Ferrari? With my fucking double chin. So I gotta ask permission from everybody on the run. Maybe I'll put this in here. Guys, on the run, if you would like. If I get everybody's permission, we will be doing a clothing set and a head sculpt set for this as like a secondary small run. Because if you missed out, we're gonna give it to you. And also there's reasonings behind that. But you know, I think it's fair because, let's just say it, there's some people out there trying to sell certain things. My product was shown in a video and then it was taken down.
Wink, wink, hint, hint.
So some weird shit was happening, so I took that with a little bit of disrespect, but that's all right. I'm not going to hate on anybody. I'm just going to move the way I move. We will be doing a clothing run. The unmasked sculpt, the half mask are exclusive to the run. I will only be allowing an unpainted full mask with a Bowie knife and OG pair of boots, not these ones. And the clothing won't be weathered, but I'll tell you something, it won't be a different color when you get it. It will actually be a good base to start off with. And the price will be much better than anything is out there, and I can almost guarantee it. And I will also offer this to the people in the run. If you want a secondary clothing set for yourself, you guys will get it at a lower cost than what I am already offering at a low cost publicly. So if I say for the public, to the people that are not on the run currently, the cost is X. You guys who are already on the run supporting me will get a cost that is Y, less than what is going to the public. And you guys can have just the choice of just the clothing, because obviously you guys get all the head sculpts, and a secondary knife if you guys want. Which you guys already get both knives, but you know you might want a second one to display. So that is my thanks to you guys, and if you guys allow me, I need to get everybody's approval because that's how I run. I don't disrespect anybody on my run. My customers are my customers. You guys mean the world to me. You guys allow me to live the way I want to live, and I owe you guys everything. I owe my team, Julio, everybody, even Chris, Rob, Ron, Milan, Odell. I owe you guys everything. So that's how I run my things. I don't bullshit. So if you guys allow me to do that, that'll be an option. If not, no worries. If one guy says no, then we don't do it. That's how I run. But yeah, I hope you guys are proud of this. I try to do you guys honor and.
But the idea, I don't know how many people. Yeah, well, I mean, I know lots of people have been on runs and whatnot, and whoever's watching these videos obviously has been in multiple runs. But who else in the hobby is really putting together figure runs and actually finishing them within a year? You know what I mean? Or less. You know, basically.
Our usual time is around 6 to 8 months.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty.
We did take a little bit longer on the Netflix Leatherface. That it was estimated to be 10 months. It took about 13.
Yeah, it's pretty
good.
good.
A disappointment for me, I'm not going to lie.
It is pretty good. And, you know, these are full runs and the systems are pretty good. Everything flows, progresses, you get updates, and the figures are made, and that's how it should.
Chats, payment plans, continuous updates, and communication is, I think, top notch.
Yeah, it really is. You know, and I think the one thing we could say about Gallactibles and everyone is that, you know, you try not to overextend yourself, you know, into the business, because if you can't fulfill your obligations and do what you need to do, you know, obviously that's going to create a lot of strife, internal strife with yourself and between customers and whatnot. And, you know, it's trying to avoid that at all costs is probably one of the best business decisions you can make, not just in the 1/6 figure hobby, but in any hobby. It's probably a fucking life lesson we could all basically prosper from. So.
Well, I gotta say, I'm running the Hobo run, which I gotta say is 70% done, by the way. Once the clothing is in hand in the next 2 months, like, I'm rocking and rolling, you're looking at 3 to 4 weeks and it's out. Like, I already painted the heads at 80%, Julio already finished the unmasked heads and like 90% on the knives. Like, it's rock and roll time. Yep. And I already have a headache with this run, the Uber Jason run, the Pretty Woman, and the Chop Top. I'm not opening any more runs after that right now. I gotta at least close 2. I don't know how people do 15 runs at a time, 10, 6, whatever. I can't do it. This is my max, is 4 at a time. And then once one closes, I'll open one up. That's usually my procedure, 2 to 4 max. And usually, like, the main runs like this, these will be like 10 to 15 to 20. Like, the smaller runs that are really like really complex, like the Uber Jason, it's like 10. That Uber Jason run is destroying my life. Every time I go home, I like 5-6 hours just working on that thing. So they're gonna be amazing. Which Chris, you'll have a review up of the Uber Jason, which it's gonna be insane. So once again, man, like thank you guys all for the support. I hope we are kind of helping the hobby turn around to be a little bit more money dependable and people like it's accessible. I've always wanted everybody to have a chance to get these. That's why I offer certain payment plans that are very low and long tier payment plans. If you want to pay ahead or up front, whatever, we can do that too. But I want everybody to not be afraid to reach out to me. Yes, my prices are high, but they're some of the most affordable in the hobby, and they're not high because I choose them to be high. They're low to standards of the hobby, but they're high because the work reflects it. The way I function is I get paid a certain amount of hours. I log in materials, which materials isn't that much. Everybody says, oh, cost of materials going up. Yeah, that's great. You're talking $20-$30 for paints. Big fucking deal. So I go hourly pay. I log it in. That's how I do it. One prototype, price it down, and then usually I'll shave off like 10-15% just to be a nice guy. So I have a process that I can back up. It's not just a number I fucking pulled out of my ass, throw out in the air. Like if I was doing a part 7 for $3,500, I don't get it, and I'm doing like 30 of them. I'm not pulling that price out of my ass. You know what I'm saying? And it won't take 4 years to come out. So there you guys go.
Yeah, man. So if you guys got questions, you want to know things about the figure, again, I think there, like Dan said, there may be a spot or two left. So by the time you guys watch this video, they may actually already even be gone. So, feel free to hit everybody up. But I don't know, I'm going to pan back one more time and just show you guys, I've been kind of all over the place where this video is as far as like just planting it out. But that wide shot, man, of just fucking him standing there. Like, that's a crazy fucking beast of a figure as far as the overall just presence, man. So everybody knows what shelf presence is, and that's the purest definition of it, man.
Oh, so. Wait, I just got to see if you think that's a beast figure. Let's put this guy next to him.
There you go, sneak peek.
Yeah.
Sneak peek.
It's going to be something. Stay tuned, boys. Thank you again, Chris, for having me in your home and allowing me to be on your platform. And please subscribe and share and like and do all the things that you got to do to give this man the support, because it helps the algorithm, and this hobby needs to grow. And that's it, man. Thank you all again.
Yeah, people. Deuces.